So it's a very, very cold Monday morning, Billy Deniz, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a very cold
And
morning.
and I've come over to the Phoenix Club to finally catch up with you because I completely screwed up our interview when you were in Canada, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, mate. But, we all make mistakes, don't we, I guess?
No sound. It was shocking. Schoolboy.
Schoolboy ever.
So listen, let's have a quick chat about Canada because obviously we did get a chat, just no one could hear it, mate. Amazing experience.
Oh, yeah, mate. Honestly, I want to remember for my life. First proper world level fight camp complete. So, yeah, amazing experience.
And obviously you won and it was all down to you.
Yeah, I guess so. I taught him everything I know, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be sound too cocky, but no, he won. He won comfortably and he done the things we worked on and he applied it in the fight and done it correctly and he won in 8 rounds, which I called, so yeah.
Did you call 8 round?
Yeah, when Aki done an interview with me on Jack's fight and I said 6-8, but I do think 8 and everyone was messaging me on the night and I won loads of people a bit of money, to be fair. I didn't put a bet on myself, but I did win a bit of people a few quid.
Fair play to you, mate. And it's like a different world out there, isn't it, in that sort of training camp?
Oh yeah, definitely. They're all beasts. Like the gym, Mark Ramsey, the coach. All the lads he's got there, top 10 fighters, super middleweights. He's a fantastic coach. The whole team's fantastic. So yeah, amazing experience.
How did you find the culture? Because it's a different country and everything. Different foods. What was it like?
Oh, the food, the food. Wow, unreal. I'm a fat boy at heart, but yeah, the food was unreal. The city was beautiful, like they're clean. People was nice. We was in the French part. Yeah, honestly, mate, I don't have a bad thing to say about it.
It sounds like an amazing experience, and I think I remember speaking to you and Callum when you came back, and you said he was world class.
Oh yeah, of course, because you have your world level fighters who say he's a Manchester world champion, but we're in England, so I feel like when you step out of the country into Europe or the vast world, you get that world level where people have travelled and seen all sorts and been in with all sorts of different people from all over the world. So yeah, he was definitely that world level.
So listen, you're fighting on 4th of March over in Oldham, Kevin Murray's show. You must be like in peak tip-top condition now, ready for what, 4 weeks' time?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I'm miles ahead of camp where I am now, where I should be. Like my sprints, my fitness, everything. I'm miles ahead of where I should be. So yeah, everything's going really well.
So this is the time maybe when you're going to step up, get opponents that are slightly better. And are you doing 6 or 8 rounds?
I think I'm doing a 6 round again. I've only done one 6 round. I wasn't happy with that performance, so I'd like to do another 6 rounder and correct that last performance. And yeah, like we said, I'm expecting good things and big things because I've learnt a lot being over there. And once you go in with someone like that, I don't think you're really fazed of who else they put in front of you.
Do you think that now you've gone over there and you sort of come back into the training, like you said, you're sort of miles ahead, but do you think that will just completely continue on now? You'll sort of step it up?
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't want to go back. There's nothing worse than going back, is there? So just keep remembering what I learnt over there, keep practicing things that I was told and implement some of his training regime into my training regime. I only had a short camp this time. It's been like I think 6 weeks I fully started properly because I come back from Canada. But yeah, so hopefully for the next camp I'll start implementing like real things into the camp, like the strength work and the way he does things and stuff.
I mean, your fights are pretty explosive anyway. You do like to go out and have a little go. Like you say, the last fight wasn't particularly you, but it was still a very, very good performance. I can only see you getting better and better and better, and the opponents are going to need to step up as well, aren't they? Yeah,
definitely. I've had a few negative opponents, and do you know what I think it is with me? The higher level I step up, the higher level you get out of me. And I think that's how I am. Like even when I spar, like if I spar someone who's I know is better or someone who's higher level, you'll see a better version come out of me. Whereas if I spar someone who I know I can I should bounce around the ring, I'll lower myself to that level. And I just need less negative opponents because it's hard to work off these negative opponents who don't throw and just cover up and are there just to last. I want someone who's gonna open throw something back at me.
And opponents are hard at the moment, aren't they? We're finding with lots of fighters when we go around and speak to them in different gyms, British Board of Control, Boxing Board of Control, just saying no for no reason. It's frustrating, isn't it?
Oh yeah, of course, because especially with me, a lot of my past fights, I've had opponent changes like on the night before, and I'm like, oh, who am I fighting? You know what I mean? And it's annoying for us, but you know, it's one of them. It happens. It's part of the game. We've got to shrug it off, and no matter who's in that ring, they're in your way of that next win. So you just got to get the job done at the end of the day.
We're looking forward to it, another 6-rounder, and I think you're probably going to go out and make a bit of a statement this time, aren't you?
Hopefully, mate. You know what? Like last time, I wanted to make a bit of a statement, and you know, it was the first time having Charlie in my corner. There's a few things going on behind closed doors and stuff. So, it wasn't my best performance. I looked back at it, like you said, I did perform well, but it wasn't what I should have done in the ring. But I've been over there, it's matured me. I've learned a lot. You're not going to get every fighter out, but you can look good doing a full 6 rounds. So yeah, hopefully you'll see a much more. I'm not going to say I'm going to stop him or I'm going to do this. You're going to see a much more matured performance from me, and that's what I'm aiming for, to mature in that sport.
Well, this is the time when you can do it. I've got all that knowledge from Canada, and you know, why not? You know, it's the place to do it, isn't it? So listen, Mr. Massey, he's on holiday, very well deserved holiday. 10 rounds of Joseph Parker. He did all right, the boy, didn't he?
Do you know what? I think he's shot himself in the foot, because no other cruiserweights wanted to fight him anyway, and I don't think any of them want to fight him even more now. Joseph Parker should have knocked Jack out. If you look at it on statistics and on paper, Joseph Parker should be walking through Jack Massey, but he didn't. He struggled with his movement, his speed. Jack even hurt him in the first round, and you know, Jack looked good losing. Like, he lost, but his stock went up. He made a very good account of himself, and he had it with a top 10 heavyweight, which not many cruiserweights can do or say they've done. So yeah, I've seen a few cruiserweights sat there ringside. I'm not going to say names, but yeah, I'll say it. You know what? I will say names. You know what? Billy Smith looked white as a ghost. You know, Riatpour don't want the smoke. None of them want it. Do you know what? And I feel sorry for Jack, because Jack deserves to be in these big fights, and hopefully now that he's done this Parker thing, he's put himself there, and they can't really ignore him anymore. Like,
I was going to say that myself, because you know, Chris Smith was commentating on the fight. Riatpour was getting ready for his fight. When it came to Jack getting out of the ring, Chris legged it. He wasn't even there. So they must be. I mean, Boxer were happy with that fight. I know, because I've spoken to a couple of the guys there. You know, they must be looking at the Billy Smith and, you know, Jack fight at some point this year, because it'd be an absolute storming fight.
Definitely. I seen Billy Smith done an interview the other day, and he's like, he wants a world title with Riatpour and blah blah, and he'll retire after that. And I shared it on my story saying, yeah, you'll retire because you don't want to fight Jack Massey. That's why you'll retire. But yeah, I think Jack is definitely the most ducked cruiserweight in the division, and a lot of the top heavyweights are English. They're British, should I say, and Boxer's got a lot of them now. So make these fights happen. You know, keep it all on home finger and make them happen. If you lose, you lose. Go and fight the next top 10 heavyweight cruiserweight.
And that's it. And it was nice to see Joseph Parker after the fight. Very, very complimentary to really, really nice blokes in boxing. But they didn't hold back in the ring. You know, they did go at each other. Like you say, Jack in the first round hurt Joseph. Joe came back into it sort of 3rd, 4th, 5th. But then I think Jack changed his game plan, and 6, 7, and 8 were given to Jack. So it was he had a point taken off, but had he not had that off, there's only 2 rounds in it. So really good account of himself.
Oh, definitely. You know what? Watching it sometimes, you get, as a stable mate and knowing what Jack is capable of, you get a bit frustrated, like I was, saying like, throw more, do this. But you got to think he's in with a top 10 heavyweight who's got that punching power to change the game. Like, you could go into a little trade and wake up on your back. Like, it's not worth losing by a knockout instead of losing with a great account of yourself, you know, and which Jack did.
And it was a cracking night as well. Good night of boxing. Of course, Chris Eubank got beat by Liam Smith, which, you know, a few people thought would happen, but not in the style it did. What do you think of that?
To be honest, I said Smith, but on points, you know. But like when Eubank come out, I was lucky enough to be sat ringside, so I was up close to the fight, and Eubank he wasn't sharp, he didn't look fast. I think he's too stuck in trying to be Roy Jones and trying to be something he's not, you know. Be your own person, be your style, don't try and be someone you're not. And maybe that's his own fault. And yeah, he had a few things going on, but don't use that as excuses. And then I'd be embarrassed if I was him for his team to come out and say elbows and all this. You know what, it's embarrassing. And even if it was in flurries and stuff, you can't help. Sometimes it could happen, it might not happen, but it's embarrassing. You got caught with a few flush shots on the chin, you got sat. own it and man up. You know what I mean? And I tell my team to keep their mouth shut because it's making him look more of a fool, really.
But he does that all the time. He likes the media attention. That we're never going to get anything different from Chris Eubank, especially at this time in his career. So I think a lot of people now just take it with a pinch of salt. Nothing's actually happened. He's just said, "Oh, we might appeal." Well, appeal what? You know, there's nothing to appeal. Boxing's a hard sport. There are elbows, there are headbutts, there are all sorts of bits and pieces that happen in fights. They're not planned. They just happen. So I think Liam takes all the credit, and you know they move on. Definitely.
It's like when you watched Artur and Yard. You know, Beterbiev got a cut, and I was like, "Oh, when did Yard catch him?" Like, and then obviously looked on the big screen. It was a headbutt. It was a clash of heads, should I say? So you know, anyone could stand there and moan about that. But you know, we're fighters. Stuff happens in the ring. Get on with it. Deal with it. We're all fighters. Stuff happens. You know, you lost. Take it on the chin. Be a man.
Now listen, Mr. Simpson, how's he doing? Because he's obviously got eyes on an English title fight, I think. Any news on that? Anything you can tell us?
I'm not saying anything. I don't know anything, but even if I did, I'm not saying anything. But nah, Callum's going to really start smashing through this super middleweight division. He is a top talent, and you know he's a freak at the weight. He's tall, he's long, he's fast, he's strong. You know, he's an handful, and people are going to start like going on notice on that division, you know. So, yeah, Callum's got a big future ahead of him.
Yes, indeed. And he was the other culprit on the no volume. So I apologise, Mr. Simpson. I promise I'll come to your gym. Now, listen, you're all like Susie Wonged up, mate, with your legend shirt.
Susie Wong.
Yeah, tell me about this.
Even the top underneath this, Susie Wong. Listen, if anyone wants kits, Susie Wong is the person. Melissa and the team are great. You know, they really look after everyone. The kits are amazing. I can't wait to show you my next kit. She voice noted me the other day saying it's the best one yet, and she's never done that before, so I'm excited. But yeah, honestly, if you ever want any fight kits, fight gear, even gym socks,
I'm not showing them.
Melissa and the team at Susie Wong are the people for that.
Listen, we're really looking forward to your fight, mate. See what progression you've made, and obviously bringing some of that stuff over from Canada. Going to be exciting. You're an exciting fighter anyway, so it all bodes well for the future. We look forward to that. Is there any more tickets left?
Do you know what? I'm actually sold loads, to be fair. Yeah, there is a few tickets left. It's still 4 weeks to go. You know, people drop out last minute, as people do, and people jump on last minute. So yeah, there's still tickets. So if anyone wants any tickets, hit me up on my Instagram, Billy.Deniz. And yeah, just give us a message. It'd be nice to see you there. Big crowd coming, as always. Big night. Big 8-0 incoming, you know.
Your lot are not quiet, are they?
Oh, you know, we're from Manchester. What you expect? You know, but yeah, who wants a quiet crowd?
Definitely not. Well, listen, good luck with that, mate. And thanks for having some time with us. And thank God the sound was on this time, mate. So good luck on the 4th, and we'll catch you soon.
See you soon, mate. Take care.